Hey coaches, it's Coach Troshek here. I'm going to talk to you about the basics of the two-sided break. So whether you're well versed in this or you've never heard of it before, hopefully you can take something from it. I'm going to use Fast Draw, this Google Slides, and also some game film to kind of go through this course and teach you about the two-sided break. I'll also include, things that we did that I took from the two-sided break because we didn't run it exactly like everyone else. Kind of simplified it, but I'll share those towards the end. So hopefully you get something out of it. And as always, take what you want and make it your own. And thanks for watching this. You might be asking yourself, why the two-sided break? And here's a couple of reasons. One, studies show teams shoot a higher percentage early in the clock. So the faster they get the ball over and they take a quality shot. Pace and space creates advantages. I'll talk about this a lot, but the pace that you play at and the space that you have on your offense is going to help you create advantages, and then it's your player's job to take those advantages and get a great scoring opportunity from them. It creates a free-flowing structure, so it's fun to play in, and it flows into a lot of offenses. We use it and kind of flow into our dribble drive, but you could probably manipulate it to flow into whatever offense you run to. It moves the defense twice in transition. As we as coaches teach defense, usually we load to the ball and we tell guys to sprint back to the paint or gals. It allows us to move the defense twice. It allows them to kind of be in scramble mode and rotate. And then as an offense in our fast break, we're trying to take advantage of that. It flattens the defense due to corner spacing. So the corners are usually the last thing guarded by the defense. As I just explained, it's usually stop the ball, protect the paint. So with that spacing in the corner, it creates long closeouts and opportunities to kind of attack the paint. Some more about the two-sided break. It's great for any levels. If you want, guys or girls to buy into, hey, we're just going to run. We're going to play free. We're going to get out there, and you're going to have, obviously as a coach, you have principle and guidelines that we'll go over that you teach them, but it's kind of an exciting way to play. Let's get out, let's run, let's get up and down the court, let's score some points. And it teaches the fundamentals of a fast break. So you could kind of manipulate this and run this at the middle school level all the way to the varsity level. It's great. It's not great for teams with a dominant big. You can still run it with one big, but usually if you have a dominant big, especially if they're not the most fleet of foot, you probably don't want to run it because you probably want to get into something to get them a lot of touches and maybe, run your offense through them depending on what type of big they are. But on the flip side of that, if you don't have bigs, this is a great break for you. It makes up for a lack of size, so it's good for teams with guards or, players that are fast, long, athletic. And then the big one, it's bolded, it's underlined, defensive toughness. So offensive pace is created by defensive stops. So you can only, play on offense as fast as your fundamentals allow, and two, as fast as you get stops, as you get the ball. So if you have to take the ball through the net and inbound it, especially at the high school level, it is very difficult to run an effective fast break. So if you can get your team to buy in, hey, we want to get out and run, we want to get layups, we want to play fast, we have to get stops. That is just kind of that defensive toughness. The running is part of our offensive game, but in order to do that, we have to get stops. More about the two-sided break. You're looking for layups or open threes. And what I mean by open threes, a lot of NBA teams or high-level teams would run this and they have multiple shooters. For us, those open threes, we talk about, they're in range, in rhythm, and room, and that's kind of our shot selection. And if there's a course on shot selection actually on the coach's edge. But you also need to talk to your players about their roles in this. Fast break is, I'm assuming you're going to talk to them about their roles on offense, what they do, and what type of shots you want them taking. For us, those open threes, we actually have a shooting ladder that we go by and we use in practice, and every week it changes, like the top person is competing against the second place person and so on. But anyway, the top two players, basically we're like, you have the green light, to take those open threes in transition 100% of the time. I will highlight rhythm, the rhythm of the offense. So we talk about, time and score. So if we're up, 8 with a minute and a half left, maybe we don't take that open three in transition early in the clock. But back to that, the ladder, our second and third place guys, we say, you should probably take like maybe 2 out of 3 open threes in transition. And then if you're, if you're a fifth, sixth, you're probably taking maybe 1 out of 4 that you go and open. And we really, instead, you teach them how to cut to the hoop. or how to, we want them to play paint to great, which I'll talk about. So big advantage shots are basically shots that are in range, in rhythm, with room, those long type of closeouts, not where they're contested. Score within the 8 seconds, first 8 seconds, and we talk about, getting the ball up quick and scoring, and, we're usually, under 8 seconds or over about 12 or 15 where we want to get the ball to touch both sides. It just depends. Creating a numerical advantage. So what's the two-sided break does, it provides a template for your fast break offense to create a numerical advantage, whether that be 5-on-4, 5-on-3. The two-sided alignment, which we'll go over, allows that, spacing.
If you've been following our page for a while, you know that we are all about player development, and that's what we emphasize. But we also serve coaches around the United States in a variety of other areas. This is where we cover much more than player development. From playbooks to courses such as the two-sided break, dribble drive offense, 4-out-1 in motion offense, 1-3-1, and 2-3 zone offense courses, and much more. You can access everything, all the great stuff that we've worked on over the years, from player development, strategy, X's and O's, courses, playbooks, and new video updates, as well as online meetings, all at the membership coachesedge.coach. Let's get after it.